Hello everyone and welcome to Vlogmas. Today I'm going to show you my tanning routine, which I obviously use Bondi sands. I'm going to show you from the minute I take my old tan off to the minute I put the new tan on. So the first thing I do in my tanning routine, usually what I would do is I would jump into the bath and I would put a bath bomb in and soak in there for a couple of minutes and then jump into the shower and take everything off, which usually works, but it can be a huge mess inside the bath. So what I can do is use the Bondi Sands self-tan eraser. So the self-tan eraser is obviously just a foam that you put onto your skin and you can take your tan off this way. So you just pop it on, leave it on for about 5 to 10 minutes depending on you. Jump into the shower and scrub it off and it works. I didn't actually believe that it worked because a lot of people had said it didn't do anything for them. It does say leave it on for at least 5 minutes. People were saying that after 5 minutes it either started to burn their skin. For me, I had no problems with this at all. It took my tan right off. I actually left it on for about 10 minutes, not 5 minutes. I had no problems at all, and then I washed it off straight away with my exfoliating glove and it all came off. Usually it would take me about 3 days of exfoliating to actually get my tan completely off, but this did it in literally one go. Prior to the week of me tanning, I will moisturize, exfoliate. So every day, every night, I will moisturize my body, especially my legs and my knees, elbows, hands, just because I find the tan application lasts a lot longer when your skin is moisturized compared to if you just chuck moisturizer on that day and then decide to tan and then moisturize when you've got the tan on, your skin is going to crack. And I'll wait a couple of hours after my shower to put on fake tan. So the fake tans that I use is usually the Bondi Sands Ultra Dark Tanning. I use the Ultra Dark one because I find my skin tone is already pretty tan and pretty dark. So when I do use the normal dark tan, it actually doesn't show up on my skin really at all. Go really brown when I put the tan on, and as soon as I jump into the shower and rinse it off, it goes right back to my normal skin colour. It's just evened out the places that haven't been tanned, sort of like those bikini lines that I can't tan on the beach. It just evens them out with my normal skin tone. Also takes about 2 to 3 coats of this one to actually do anything for me because my skin is already dark. Merry little Christmas. Then after that I will just chuck on some really easy clothes that are not sticky. I just sleep in it overnight. The minimum hours for the Ultra Dark is 6 hours, but sometimes I will leave it on for 10 depending on how long I'm sleeping overnight, and I will wake up and rinse it off. I take the leftover of whatever's left on the glove and I use that on my hands. I don't usually tan my face, but when I do tan my face, it's just whatever's left on the glove and it's the tiniest bit. I've recently just purchased the Self-Tanning 1 Hour Express by Bondi Sands. So this one, the only difference is that it takes only 1 hour. I still find I need a double coat of this one as well, sometimes 3. And I do actually leave this on a bit longer. So usually I'll wake up on a Saturday morning or a Friday morning and I'll chuck some tan on and I'll go about my business, maybe film, clean up the house, that kind of thing, which will take me about 2 to 3 hours to have breakfast and everything. And I will have this on, and by the time I rinse it off, it would be good to go. Once I am all tanned and good to go, I'll hop into the shower for a couple of seconds and just rinse off the tan for my first shower, and I will not scrub or use anything else on my skin. I literally just use the tiniest bit of soap and rub that on me with my hand so that the tan does stay on, because it actually does develop for a couple of hours after that, I find. Usually I'll wake up the second day and I actually look darker than I did the first time I took the tan off. When it comes to my hands and my feet and my face, with the Ultra Dark, I usually wash them off within an hour because they get extremely dark and pick up the tan way more. So if I wash it off earlier and the rest of my body has enough time to even out to the same colour as my hands, my face and my feet. The last thing I do is with a product that I've recently just picked up, Bondi Sands Liquid Gold Self Tanning Oil. This one here is a dry oil. It doesn't come out wet or anything. I used this for the first time a couple of weeks ago before I went to a party. I didn't have a lot of my tan left the night before when I put it on, so when it came out it did actually come out blotchy because I didn't have enough on the mitt. So some areas I could only do one layer on and it didn't pick up the tan as well as I would like it have to. So what I did was I just picked up this dry oil. I put it on a makeup buffing brush. So the brush I used was just a little fluffy brush like this, and I literally just sprayed it onto my chest and the areas that didn't have enough on, and I grabbed this brush and I just in circular motions and kind of just put that one on until it was an even layer. The good thing about this was that it literally dried in, I'm gonna say like 60 seconds. It was completely dry. I literally just popped my little red dress on straight after that and I was good to go. I was tan for the whole night. And the thing about this one is it doesn't actually smell like the other tans. It does have that coconut tan smell, but it doesn't smell as bad as these ones when you've left them on for a couple of hours. With this one as well, if you don't like to tan your face, your hands or your feet, then you can go ahead and tan the rest of your body, and before you go out just pop this one on and let it dry for about an hour just so that it's completely dry if you're going to put makeup on, and then you can go ahead and put makeup over the top of this because it will not budge. I do use the Bondi Sands mitt to apply my tans with. I wash this out every time I tan, so I just put it under water, no soap. That's it, and I've had this one for a couple of weeks and it's still good to go. So this is the difference between my tan. This is before my tan and after my tan. As you can see, it is obviously a lot darker than before. Even though I am already tan, I actually pick up quite light skinned on this camera. Anyways, that is it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I will link all the products in the description below, and thank you so much for watching. See you next time.